Dear friends of love for volleyball and more for volleyball, I'm pleased and honored to talk today with a player from the female Bulgarian team and with a very interesting experience in European courts and representing her country. I'm referring to Radostina Marinova, who is currently talking with me today about her sporting life. Hello, Radostina, how are you?
Hello, thank you for inviting me in this interview. I'm very well, thank you.
Super. Radostina, first of all, please tell me, when did you start playing volleyball and why did you choose volleyball as your sport?
I began when I was 12 years old because my older sister, she was playing volleyball too.
Okay.
So I decided to follow her steps. But before this, I was playing rhythmic gymnastic.
Okay.
Yes, for 7 years.
Mhm.
But this sport is very difficult in usual. And I decided to stop because it was too hard for me.
Mhm.
I stayed only one day at my home doing nothing. So I asked my mom to bring me somewhere to move because I need to move. So she took me to the gym where my sister was playing.
Mhm.
And this is how I began.
Okay, fantastic. I know that gymnastics is very important sport in Bulgaria. Also volleyball, because you have a long and important history in volleyball. Um, Not only the silver medal in Moscow and the Olympic Games or another victory, but as I told you outside camera, I interviewed many players from Bulgaria, historical players, and they told me also that in Bulgaria, volleyball is a sport to have in mind. And please tell me, Radi, how were your first years as a volleyball player? Was it hard for you? Was it easy? How was this beginning of you in volleyball?
I think the transitions from the two sports, it was easy for me. I think because the gymnastics helped me a lot with the movements, the feeling with the ball, feeling with my body. I think this helped me a lot
Mhm.
in situation. And I don't know, it was good. The beginning, I had some problems, pain with my knees because I was growing up very fast.
I
But I
understand.
guess
Yes,
normal. Yes.
it's normal.
Yes. And since I was 14, I was every summer with the national team of my
Okay.
age.
Yeah. And
Yes.
how was this experience to be part of this process? Because many players don't have this opportunity. But how was it for you to be part of the national team and watching that maybe you can play as a part of the six in the court and travel around the world? Was it in your mind, or you were only playing for fun?
It was nice because first it gives you a lot of experience as a very young player, and gives you opportunity to see the professional side of volleyball, not
Okay.
just for fun when you're playing with the national team. And I think in this period, I saw that maybe the professional life, maybe it's for me, that I like it. And I'm not, I realized that I'm not doing this only for fun,
Okay.
that maybe this is something that I want to do in the future.
It's interesting because you were very young, and many times we all were 14, 15 years, and we wanted to have fun, to travel, to go to parties, but make this decision. I think it's very mature for you. And how was it for your family, for example? Did you support you? Did they say, okay, please, not yet? How was it for you and your family to make this decision?
It was not like a decision, I want to do this. I had this in my mind that
Okay.
maybe this will be for me. But my family, they are always supporting me. Come to watch every game, even watch it online if it's possible. And they were happy for me, and I was feeling their support about this.
Fantastic. A few weeks ago, we could watch you playing with the national team, the Olympic qualification. How was it for you to play this tournament with many of the best teams of the world? How was it for you and the experience?
It's an honor, to represent our country in tournament like this.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that we have very small chance to win because this summer we are young team with not a lot of experience, and especially for this tournament we had many new players, very young, 16, 17. And our goal for this tournament is to get more experience for the future, because to win this qualification.
Absolutely. And how was it for you personally, for your experience? How do you feel? How do you felt playing and watching? Sometimes it's impossible to win. We cannot do it. But as I watched your game, I always saw your team shouting, very emotional and motivated to play every point after point. And how was it for you to be part of this team, play this tournament, this very hard tournament, but and for you as a person, as a Bulgarian woman, how was it for you to be standing there? I make this question because as here in Chile, we have very few opportunities to play these tournaments. For example, Olympic qualification, European tournaments, absolutely. But I always wanted to know, how is your feeling to be part of this, to be able to express your emotions with your teammates? How was it for you as a person be part of this not only in the sport way?
This summer, as already said, that we were a young team.
Yes.
And the atmosphere was very nice with all of the girls, with the staff. We had very good synchronization with everything going nice. And the beginning of the summer, we played the Nations League.
Yes.
And we did our goal. We wanted to stay, and we stayed there. After the European, we made also very good thing. We succeed our goal too, and we were happy. And this qualification of our long summer. So there we went to enjoy the game. And we played against teams stronger than us. Our way to play was to enjoy and try to give our best, because in our side we have nothing to lose. So that was giving motivation, and we were just trying to enjoy, on the court.
Absolutely, understand. And going a little back in your history, in your sport history, and when you start playing, and did you have any players that you wanted to maybe emulate, or was in your inspiration? Because when I was young in Chile, we played and we wanted to play like the Brazilian players, like the Argentinian players, maybe some Russian players. How was it for you? Do you have some female or male players in mind that you wanted to? Okay, I wanted to play like her, or maybe it's your own path, it's your own way in volleyball.
Since I was young, I always liked Matej Kaziski.
Okay, yeah.
He's a very good player, and still now he's...
Still now, I know. He's still playing. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so even now he's my favorite, and I like him as a player, and how he not just play, but also his attitude in the court, and the way he express him as a player on the court also. It's
Absolutely.
something very...
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
It's very strange to see players of his age still play at his level. It's impressive. I don't know how we do it. It's fantastic.
Yes, I think a few players can do this like him.
Yes, it's real, because volleyball, even we don't have physical contact. It's a very hard sport, especially for knees, for ankles. I know it personally.
Yeah.
And Radi, please tell me, do you have until now? I know you're very young. Do you have some championship that you remember the most, or maybe you like the most until now?
Until now, I think it's the European Championship this summer.
Yeah.
Maybe because still fresh in my mind, but it was very big championship, European Championship,
Yes.
important for me.
Mhm.
And in the team, I was, main opposite, and it was my job, to lead the team, to help, to do what I can. And this time, I felt more responsibilities.
Okay.
At the end, we did very good things with the team, and we qualified to the quarterfinals. So we were very happy in the team and the federation. So yes, I think this one was very special moment for me.
The president of your federation is Luba Briganev, really?
Yes, Lubuganov.
I knew him in a junior volleyball world championship in Italy in 1985. I'm so old, and we knew him. He came to us to talk. I don't know. He talked us in Bulgarian. We saw this big guy talking to you, and I was with a friend, and we told what he's saying. Did he was something with us? It was very frightening because he's so tall, he's so big, but he's a very nice guy, and I know he's doing a great job with the Bulgarian Federation and pushing that not only the men team goes far, also the female team make a great history. So I wanted to ask you now about your current projects, about your professional projects, not only the national team, and what you are doing, and what are your projects?
Now I'm playing in France, first in Cannes.
Okay.
This is my fourth year in France.
Yeah.
Yes, I began 4 years ago in a team in second league. That was the first time going out of Bulgaria, playing professional. We won the championship and we went up in the first league.
Fantastic.
So the second year I stayed in the same team playing first league. We didn't win the championship. The next season I moved to Paris.
Okay.
Paris Saint Cloud. Playing first league again, and we did very good job. We finished second in the regular season.
Okay.
And now I'm in Cannes.
Fantastic. And how do you feel in France? Is it different to play as in Bulgaria? Do you feel comfortable? The team fits with your style of volleyball. How is it for you to play in France as a professional player?
Sadly to say, it's better than Bulgarian Championship, because in Bulgaria there are not a lot of money, not a lot of clubs that want to participate Women League, and the level also it's not very good. So for sure in France it's better for professional volleyball, and it's the championship. It's very how to say, the first 10 teams are equal. So the first lose from the 10th.
It's a very strong league.
Yes.
Okay. And sorry. Please.
No, it's interesting. All the season, you don't know who will be the first 8 playing playoffs. Until the last moment.
Okay, I have the opportunity to interview many weeks ago Erik Engebæk, the father of Erwin Engebæk, the national player from the France team, and he told me about the configuration of the France league. So it's very interesting because it's a little different, as we know, for example, in Chile. But he told me the same, that the I don't know, 14 or 10 teams are very strong, very equal in quality and power. So what you're saying, it's very interesting. Also, I interviewed many years ago a Brazilian coach who worked in France, and he told me as he experienced that France volleyball is very similar as Brazil. There are many players. There are many passion for volleyball, for sport. Also, France is a crazy sport country. So I understand what you're saying to me. But I wanted to ask you about your dreams in volleyball, because you're very young, I know, but many players that I interviewed wanted to be a coach later. Other players told me no, he wants to know nothing about volleyball. Other players wanted to continue in as a maybe in the federation. What do you have some dreams in volleyball, or you're concentrated, focused now and being a good player?
Yes, now I'm focused to be a good player, because in the future, for sure, I don't want to be a coach. I feel that this is not for me, so
Okay.
for sure I don't do this. But the life is changing all the time, so at the end you never know what will happen, where you will be. So I don't want to say now, because I don't know, but I know that for sure now I'm focused on playing. I hope I'm healthy and see where I will go.
It's very important to be safety, especially in sport, as a professional player. And I wanted to ask you, Radi, about in your play, what do you think it's your most best thing, that maybe the attack or the block or defense? And what do you think in your play is the best thing that you're doing? And maybe what is your must improve thing that you think that you maybe miss in your play?
I would say that for sure my strengths are the blocking defense.
Okay.
Yes, it's strange for
opposite. I know. It's not common to be a good defender and good blocker at the same time.
Yes, but opposite with good defense, it's always a bombs. So
fantastic, absolutely.
Yes. About my attack, I would say that there is always a place to improve.
Okay.
So this is what I'm trying to do all the time, improving. And the element that I have to work is my service.
Okay.
Because recently I have some problems with my shoulder. I think this is, maybe I need to change something to have less pain during the service and improve my service.
Okay.
So this is also something that I am working on.
Perfect. And as I told you, I played volleyball in the 80s, many years ago. I'm so old. And volleyball has changed so much. Volleyball in this time compared to the actual volleyball is very different. Do you have some impressions about actual volleyball? For example, do you like the way of the use of the libero, and maybe the coach standing beside the court? For me, it's very strange to watch. The rules, for example, today are very different as in our times. Do you have some feelings about this, or maybe you love volleyball actually? You don't know how we played in our times. What's your impression about this?
I would say that it's improving in the right direction.
Okay.
I think sport, because it's not only volleyball, many sports changed a little bit from the past. So I think for now it's improving good. During the Nations League, there was one new rule when we play the video challenge.
Yeah.
Ball in out
Mhm.
was automatically showing to the referee after every. So the referee knows.
Faster to know, yes.
Yes, and that was, I would say, very helpful, because if you need every time to ask for challenge in out, sometimes the referee can see someone, sometimes the referee asks for challenge, and in this way, immediately the referee can see. And I think this was good improvement.
Yes, I understand. It's very interesting. It's very a very good decision to make this immediately, before we have to wait some minutes, maybe a lot of minutes to know the decision of the referee. It was not a very good situation. And please tell me, Radi, what do you think about to be in Paris, now in Cannes, in France, the Olympic country for next year, and what are you feeling about maybe not being able to qualify, or maybe you have some opportunities in another tournaments? What do you think about this?
I think it will be very exciting to be here in the Olympics, even if you're not playing, just to be here and watch. I still here in France, you cannot feel maybe this atmosphere of Olympics, but I think with the time,
yes,
closer to the Olympics, it will be different. Yes,
it's possible.
Only I Paris how it will be, because now it's full. The city is full. Many people, traffic. So I don't know for the next summer how they will manage this.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask you now about maybe the volleyball in Europe is compared, for example, to South America, is a very impressive volleyball continent, because there's so many teams, so many leagues, so many national teams, so many championships compared to South America. How do you think in your case it's evolving? Because my doubts are referring to a player who plays so many games per year, the national team, your club team. Do you have maybe some time to relax, to not play volleyball, to read, to, I don't know, to travel, or your life, your professional life is so challenging, it's so overwhelming with volleyball. I wanted to ask you again, as a person, as a professional player, how do you manage to not go crazy with so much volleyball?
Well, this last year, I didn't have a lot of time to rest. It was very busy summer also, and during the season too. But this is part of being a professional. Sometimes, yes, it's overwhelming. It's too much, but you need to know how to manage your short free time, and how to rest well, because this is also very important. This summer we had 2 weeks break after the European, 4 days free, and during this period, most of the time I was doing recovery physiotherapy. So yeah, sometimes you need to prioritize what best for you during break.
And then do you like, for example, to travel? Do you like to do nothing, stay at home, to read a book, to cook? What are your part of your hobbies, or maybe your free time and hobbies?
I prefer to spend my free time with my family and with my friends, because I have a lot of time for them.
Yes.
So this is my first thing to do when I'm free, to spend time with them. And also, yes, I like to travel, because we travel a lot with
Yes.
during the championships and stuff, but you travel to play. It's not the same.
The hotel to the gym, to the gym to the hotel. I know, absolutely. And going back to the national team, how do you think with this young team? Do you have some maybe some projections that you think maybe this team could make it possible to improve your position in Europe or around the world? What do you think about this? Do you have the feeling maybe that this team this time you can do it, or something is still missing? What do you think about this?
We are young, so I think there is a big opportunity for improvement. And right now with this team, with this stuff, I think we're on the good way.
Okay.
So I hope with the time we can, as you said, improve our ranking in Europe and in world ranking too. So we will see. I'm positive about it.
I'm making this question because I as I told you, I spoke with a few Bulgarian volleyball players, and I told them in the 80s, for example, the Bulgarian men team were the tallest team in the world, and they make a very good experience in World Championship and Olympic Games, but something missed, and they couldn't make the gold medal. So I asked them, and they told me all the time that you Bulgarian are very tough players. You're a very passionate country. So many times you're not focused in the play. You're focused to fight to each other and to be the best players. But we saw, for example, I talked with them about the other countries, Brazil, France, I don't know, Italy. They're today the same tall as the Bulgarian players, but they make something that they make them win. And so I wanted to ask you, what do you think is still missing in the Bulgarian in this case, the female teams that you think you must improve to be able to beat Brazil, to be able to beat Italy, Serbia? What do you think you're still missing? Or maybe it's the young the youth of your team, or maybe you're have to not fight so much, or maybe you have to play more passionate. What do you think it's still missing Bulgarian volleyball to be in the top 5, for example, in the female world ranking?
I understand what do you mean about the Bulgarian mentality, that it's a little bit difficult, but I think with the right example, this can change. And this is one of the important keys for winning.
Okay.
But I think this can be changed in the...
But how do you think it's possible to change? Because you're saying Bulgarian mentality is special, okay?
Yes.
Bulgaria, as I know, you're not a very you have not so much population, for example, as other countries, okay? You're maybe I'm wrong, about 6 or 7 million persons in Bulgaria. It's very few, but you have, I don't know, maybe it's your food, it's I don't know, the weather. You have many tall players. Also, the female players are very tall. It's perfect for volleyball. But what do you think it's still missing to be in the top 5 ranked in volleyball?
For now, we miss experience.
Okay, yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yes, but I think our staff right now in the national team are Italians, and the head coach also Lorenzo Micheli. And I think because the coach is not Bulgarian, it's Italian. I think he knows very well how to manage and how to communicate with us. I think he find his way to do. And since we are with him, I think there is a difference.
Okay.
And already I'm changing. So that's why I say that I think there is a possibility to be better.
I saw him in the times in the Olympic qualification BNL. He's very Italian. He's very passionate. He's very special when he spoke to you. Different maybe to another coaches. Some coaches are very shouting guys, very emotional guys. He's also an Italian, very blunt, emotional type of coaching. And I wanted to ask you now, Rai, about what you think it's going to be in your next season in France, for example. Do you have some goals? Do you want to improve, as you tell me, for example, your serve? How do you think it's going to be for your team in the next season, or maybe the future of your team?
This season, the club has some financial difficulties. But our goal is to play playoffs, to be in the first 8.
Yeah.
I say the championship is very difficult, but I think we can qualify for the playoffs. The only thing is that we need to be healthy, to don't have problems, and I think it's possible to do.
Fantastic. And going a little back, and thinking about the youth in Bulgaria, especially the young kids playing volleyball, do you think they see you as a player, your team? Do you think they're inspired by watching you playing? How do you think they're managing the next generation in Bulgaria? Maybe inspiring by your play, your team. Do you think they're doing this as a federation, or maybe every generation of volleyball is independent of each other?
I think after this European, there was a lot of attention to us on the media.
Yeah.
This is not a lot, but this time it was more. And I received many congratulations, and people around me, my neighbors, around my parents, everybody were talking about this European. So I think this time many people and young kids watched us, and they were happy because we were doing good things, winning. So I think this is the way to show the right road for the volleyball to the young kids.
And I wanted to ask you now: do you like, for example, beach volleyball? Do you like to watch beach volleyball, or you're only focused in indoor volleyball?
When I was young, I was playing a little bit beach, amateur tournaments. But since I began with the national team, I don't have time at all for the beach volleyball.
But do you like to watch it, for example?
I would say no, just because in Bulgaria it's not very popular, and not easy to find where you can watch some beach volleyball. But I think in the future I would like to try to play if I'm okay. And we'll see. For now, it's more indoor volleyball.
Absolutely.
For me.
I understand it. And as I told you outside camera in the beginning of our interview, for me it's a big honor to speak with players like you, because not only you're making history in volleyball, and I have the opportunity to interview many players from the past, and now I'm doing I'm trying to interview many players that are playing now in this year, in this generation, this decade. So for me, it's very important because I want to humbly spread more volleyball to the world, because volleyball is so beautiful. I play volleyball. I love volleyball. I love to watch it. And now with the technology, it's possible, for example, to speak with you and to post it later, to publish and know many people. So I this way I know Nikolay Ivanov, and he helped me, and I'm very grateful for him. I'm saying this via to the camera. He's very grateful to and very helpful to me to make this possible, this interview. So I think it's very important for my followers, especially in South America, to know you, to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what your history, and volleyball, and the national team, and your clubs teams. So I wanted to thank you again for your time. I know it's a little difficult because you're playing the qualification now. You're in France, so we have some time difference, time zone difference. So, but I'm very happy to know you, very happy to speak with you, and I wanted to invite you to be in contact. Hopefully, you can watch my channels. I hope you can help me to communicate to your friends, to your family, what I'm doing. So I want to thank you again, Radi, and send you many wishes, many good wishes, many wishes of success in volleyball. I hope you still play many years, and maybe not so much as Kasiski, but I wanted to send you many good wishes and success for your career and for your health. That's the most important thing in life. So many thanks again, Radi, for your time, for your kind conversation.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure for me.